Okay, now what we're going to do is, hey, you could 3D print this like this if you cut the feet flat, but here's the problem. These legs are going to be very fragile independently on their own. So we're going to put a base at the bottom of them, and that will hold things together much, much better. We don't want this base to be any wider than it has to be, because then the support is going to have to come at a weird angle to hold up the belly. So let's go ahead and we're going to grab a cylinder. Drag that out underneath him. Maybe from the bottom. Yeah, bottom view would be better for this. I'm going to stretch it, move it over. Let's make it transparent. Yeah, bottom view is actually much better. I should have shown my students this when I did it. Okay, so see, I got that paw covered. We don't want it to be any wider than it needs to be. We got that paw pretty well covered. And in the front, we've got all 4 paws are attached. That's pretty good. We could actually stretch it longer. That might actually be better, yeah. There we go. We want it to be as narrow as possible. There we go. So actually stretching it longer might work a little bit better. I think that looks pretty good. That's a pretty good base. I've got all my feet pretty well covered. You can see that those are going to work. Now we're going to get this side view. That's way too thick. Maybe something about like that. Remember in the last video we grouped them together. Hey, you can always make a duplicate and move it over so in case you screw it up. Okay, I would do that, definitely. You've spent too much time on this to redo. Whoops. Whoops. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. You spent too much time on this to redo everything and start over. Let's get a side view, and we're going to move this. Whoops. Looks like I made another copy, didn't I? Move this down. And you can see now this rear feet are a little bit higher than the front. So I'm just going to grab him and rotate him just slightly. Still will look fine. That was only a couple degrees. And down just one more notch. That's going to be pretty good. And it looks like there's a lot of overlap. Let's grab it and make one final group. It's transparent. Let's take a look at it. Transparent off. For some reason it's changed color. And I look, and those are actually attached to that. We don't want them to be separate. Okay, we've now made a base for this. This thing is ready to export for 3D printing. I forgot to put my name up here. I should have done that on the first video. So now we want this name to be on the file, so let's put it up here first. I hope I spelled saber. I think it is saber-tooth tiger. All right. All right, so there it is. And we were going to export this. So make sure you have just this one selected, not that other copy that we made. Well, I guess I didn't make a copy. And you're going to export, and it should be the selected shape. And we're going to use an STL file. That's what most printers are going to be using. So I'm going to export that as an STL. This file is going to go into my, it takes a minute to do this, by the way. There's lots of shapes there. I'll pause this so you don't have to wait. Nope, it's done. See, it's in my downloads folder. You could click here on this little folder to show it in the folder. Here's some other animal pictures that I downloaded. And you can see right here we have a saber-toothed tiger, Jeremy Woodchick saber-toothed tiger, and it is an STL file. So that was what you would submit to your teacher, or if you're slicing it yourself, we'll do that in the next video.